Hey YouTube, this is Dean making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. Okay, discussion piece today on my recommendations for buying a striker. As anyone who has been watching my videos for a while knows, I have a pretty good selection of strikers bought from all over the world. My collection numbers in over 100 now, so I have a pretty good sampling of Smiths from across the country, across the world. I think I bought strikers from just about every Smith I could find. I've tried most of them, and here are my recommendations for buying a striker. First off, I'll say you can get some gems and you don't have to pay a lot of money for them. If you don't want to go down the route of just using files and whatnot and want to dip into the production, into the hand forged stuff, I'll leave out the production stuff as such. It's most people would usually like to go with the production, with the hand forged stuff, because it's more traditional. I have a love for both. I will do the honourable mentions, and I have a lot of production stuff as well. There seems to be a bit of a contention about which is better, hand forged or laser cut or water cut stuff. I don't want to get into that in this video. I have both, and I think they both have their place in our striker collections. But anyway, these are my recommendations, and anyone who's watched my videos for a long time will probably know where I'm going to go with these. All of these strikers are not going to cost you a lot of money, and all of them spark incredibly well. First and foremost, I'd probably go with Andy Kirkham. He's an English smith. I consider Andy a friend, and I have, I think, 8 of his strikers. Got another one on the way. Yeah, probably, if he's not the best smith in the world, I would say he's within the top 5. Fantastic striker. Buy him straight off. Contact him through his Facebook page. His strikers, he does a lot of different types of strikers. I would suggest either going with the classic C-type or the R-type first up, and then go from there. These all spark incredibly well. All Kirkhams do. Never had a bad one. It's on quartzite. They all spark really well. Andy's a fantastic bloke to deal with. He's based in England, and he produces a myriad of designs. I only brought 2 out to show you. A lot of traditional strikers, but he's also willing to do other designs. Just talk to him and you'll find he is willing to do just about any type of design. I'm actually talked to him, and he made me my custom. So Andy Kirkham is probably my go-to smith as far as strikers go. They run about £28, between 14, 15 pounds and 28 pounds, including shipping. Yeah, so not bad pricing. The next one, Brinkworth, also known as olive mead. This was one of the first strikers I ever bought, FS2. Another very good striker, English Smith again. Sparks incredibly well. Every one of them does there. I've got the whole range, plus his striker knife combo. Again, not exceptionally pricey. I think about, again, 20 to 30 pound range, because he's an English Smith. He's got a website. I will link as many of these in the description bar as I can. I used to buy these off eBay. I couldn't find them on eBay, so I'm not sure if he does that anymore. But yeah, Andy, you go through Facebook. John, you go through his website. So just contact him, and he has all of them. He does mainly these type of sled types, and then he does do a combination knife striker. Again, very approachable. Yeah, really easy to get along with, and yeah, he does a fantastic striker. This is probably one of the best value for money strikers that I could recommend. Craftomatik. I love these strikers. Myriad of designs, all traditional and fantasy. Every one of them sparks really well. That's the smaller Viking, larger Viking, just on quartzite. Celtic with twists. Does the dragon, or I think that's the dragon with twists. B-type. There's a Roman in there. There's a fancy B-type. Yeah, he does plenty of them. Really well priced. They're like about $20, and then $10 in shipping. So yeah, Craftomatik from Germany. Yes, from Germany, all handcrafted, so hand forged. Really, really good pricing on them, and really good value for money. Yeah, probably one of the best value for money strikers that you can get, and they spark really well. Out of all of these, I would say this is probably the best value for money striker that you can get at the moment. I thoroughly recommend Craftomatik. This one, GoodForge. Only just got onto them recently. Bought 4 of them. Have 1 more coming. I said I wasn't going to buy it, but I did end up buying it. It's the last strike I'm going to be buying. I've got my Vladimir came. Not going to be buying any more of them, obviously, but I had one. There was 1 more of these 11th century Russ Viking that was available, so I thought I would complete my collection of them and be done with it, and that completed the collection. So yeah, really good value for money. They all run about between $20 and $30 Australian, and then add on about $11 or $12 in postage. Comes from Ukraine, sorry. They're Ukrainian, all hand forged, really good value for money. Lots of traditional designs, all Viking inspired. All spark really well. No drums, every one of them sparks like that. Again, GoodForge, really good value for money. Then that gets me onto my honourable mentions. If you don't want to spend a lot of money, and I've had some pretty good success with these, generic Chinese OME copy of the Essie striker. Cost me like about $16, including postage. Yeah, don't know what steel it is. Probably 1095 or the Chinese equivalent. Sparks really well. That one's starting to blunt out. Although I just did spoil a lot of new quartzite. Sparks really well on a sharp edge all around. Can use it as a bearing block, but yeah, I wouldn't do that because it gets hot. Can use it as a ferro rod striker. Really good value, $16 delivered. Buy them off eBay. Yeah, if you don't want to spend a lot of money, I think that's the cheapest way of getting into the striker market. I've had good success. My old man bought one. It sparked just as well. I've heard several people have bought these and they've all sparked really well. So yeah, that's starting to get up a reasonable sample size now of several of them. So it's not just, it is still anecdote, but yeah, getting a reasonable sample size now, and they are, every one of them has come back being good good strikers. So yeah, not a bad one at all. The other honourable mention that I want to give, and this is only because, and it's not only because, but they make a damn fine production striker. They're not hand forged, but they are laser cut. BeaverBushcraft. Mark and Helen. Now I've got 26 of these strikers. They make traditional strikers. That's a B-type. They make traditional strikers. They also go into fantasy styles. This is just a sampling of them. Mini flaming dragon, larger flaming dragon, and a B-type. Mark and Helen from BeaverBushcraft know how to treat a customer. I consider them friends. They are fantastic company to deal with. They make a really nice striker. They've got their heat treat down pat. Every striker I've got off them has sparked like that. Even the little one, no problems. Yeah, as I said, I've got 26 of their strikers I've bought over the years. Yeah, they are a fantastic company to deal with, and I can thoroughly recommend them. They also do all sorts of different pouches. That's their pouch. I made that pouch myself. That's their dragon skin pouch that I put my dragons in. Yeah, that's an honourable mention. Their strikers are reasonably priced. They usually run between about £6 to £7, up to about 14 or 15 pounds each. And then you have to, depends on where you are. Because I'm here in Australia, I have to add in £12 shipping, but that's fine. They have to ship them over to me, obviously. But if you're in England or the UK, they give you free shipping. So yeah, you know, you buy a £10 striker and it costs you £10. So, you know, value for money. You know, like that's, yeah. But yeah, they are a fantastic company to deal with, and they are a pleasure to deal with. So yeah, that's my honourable mention, BeaverBushcraft. If you're looking for a production striker that sparks well and a company that is a pleasure to deal with, BeaverBushcraft is certainly worthy of looking at. Now, all of these companies I have had absolutely no problems with dealing with. Yeah, Andy Kirkham is fantastic. Yeah, I'm a big fan of him. John from Brinkworth. Yeah, I haven't had a lot to do with him, but yeah, the few conversations I've had with him were very good too. So yeah, no dramas there whatsoever. The woman I was dealing with GoodForge, not a problem. And to tell you the truth, I got most of these strikers on discounts. So yeah, not a problem there at all. And Craftomatik have been very good to deal with as well. And that's why I recommend all of these strikers, because yeah, I've had very good dealings with all of these companies. I can thoroughly recommend them. They yeah, just a pleasure to deal with, and they sell a product that is exceptionally good. They all work, they all spark very well, they back their products up. You know, if there was ever a problem like with any of them, I would have no qualms with contacting them, and I know that they would look after me. I know that they would get the problem sorted out, and it would be not a drama, you know, like they would go out of their way to get it fixed up. And that's just, I know that's how it would work out. I will link all of these as many as I can. I don't know if I'll be able to link the Chinese only striker. It's just on eBay. Just have a look search for those ones. There are plenty of them on there. Yeah, just have a look through it. You'll probably find one there. But yeah, BeaverBushcraft I'll be able to link. All the others I will be able to link. As far as the GoodForge, he has some strikers available at the moment, but yeah, I don't know if he has all of them around, all of them available there, and yeah, that could be a little bit of a problem. And Craftomatik is the same. There's a listings on Etsy as well as on eBay. So yeah, you have to just go and have a look. Mainly, go and have a look on Etsy is probably your best bet for them as well, because he does tend to go through and change up his inventory a bit. But yeah, they're my recommendations. All of these strikers will serve you a lifetime. You never wear these ones out, but you don't have to go like me and buy all of them. I love collecting them, and I love seeing the variations, and I'll get onto a maker, and once I find a maker that I like, I'll want to buy as many of his or hers strikers as I can, because I'm a collection type of person. But yeah, you might be able to buy just one Andrew Kirkham and be happy with that. But yeah, I like to be able to collect these things and build up my collection and find different ones, and just collect things. So yeah, but anyway, they're my recommendations for a striker. None of them will break the bank as far as that goes. These are not expensive strikers as far as it is, because even like the most expensive one there, I think would be about 40, maybe $50 Aussie, including post. So yeah, which is not that expensive for a striker, and the cheapest being $15, and especially for a handmade one, you know, $40 or $50, which would want to be probably one of a Kirkham's maybe, or could have been one of Olive Mead's, but yeah, $40 or $50 for a striker is really, in the scheme of things, is not an expensive striker. Particularly in mine, I've spent up to $250 for a striker. But anyway, starting to ramble. Thanks for watching.